start. So, and SDS is added in the cell lysate. So then lysate is incubated at 65 degrees for 5 minutes. The cell lysate is going to be sonicated. Getting the sonication tip before using. Sonication tip should be close to the bottom, but not touching the bottom of the beaker. Press the start button to start sonicating. Sonicated lysate then transferred into centrifuging tube. After centrifuging, we collect the Supernatant. Lysate is diluted bifold with Lysis buffer. For a diluted lysate in 10 milliliters, we add 30 microliter of RNSA. Lysate is incubated at 37 degrees for 1 hour. Lysate is then transferred into the centrifuge bottle. I'm putting in the tubes at room temperature. To wash the beads, you first need to resuspend the beads well. And I put the tube against magnets to isolate. When you see the bead is isolated, then bead is resuspended in 80 microliters of wash buffer. And then pipette out the liquid again. There we go. So the pre-clear part takes place at room temperature. This is the part to get rid of biotonated molecules in the lysate. Tubes are put against a magnet to isolate beads. So the lysate is then transferred to new tube. about 150 microliter of the lysate before hybridization is saved for qPCR analysis. Okay, so for 10 mils of lysate, 4 picomole of toehold capture probes per locus is added for hybridization. Lysate is hybridized at 37 degrees for 3 hours. Bead solution is put against the magnet to be isolated. Okay. Liquid is discarded. Bead is suspended in wash buffer. These are streptaptan coated magnetic particles. Streptaptan can bind to biotin, and our capture probes are biotinated. Right. So this step is to wash the beads for capturing the hybridized material from the last step. Again, liquid is discarded. We suspend beads again in wash buffer. For 10 milliliters of hybridized lysate, we add 40 microliters of magnetic particle. Bead capture takes place at room temperature for 1 hour. Okay, after bead capture, we put the tubes onto magnets to isolate beads. Then the beads in small tubes are put against the magnet to isolate. It's not sticky, so the beads can come off easily. Once the beads are isolated, we discard the wash buffer. Then about 1.5 ml of wash buffer is added to the tube to resuspend the beads. Shake the tube to make sure beads come off from the wall. Put the tube on the shake bed and shake for 5 minutes. And then repeat the step 3 more times. After 3 rounds of 5-minute wash, we repeat the wash steps again, but this time with 20-minute wash. After washing, the tubes are put on the magnets, and the wash buffer is discarded. Captured materials are released in 1.2 ml of wash buffer plus 400 picomole of release oligos. This is the release oligo for the first gene that we are going to release. And the process is repeated likewise for the other three. Yeah. And put on shake pad at room temperature for 15 minutes. Tubes are put on magnets. Then liquid is collected into new tubes. Then 1.2 microliter of wash buffer is added to the bead. And then the release probe for the second gene. Incubation is also 15 minutes at room temperature.